Thank you so much for coming to Arkansas Treasures today. Please tell me what you've brought for us to look at.
Well, this is a very interesting item to me. I'm an attorney, and back when I first started practicing law, an abstractor worked in the back side of my building. He walked in one day and said, "Bob, I got something I think would interest you." And so he pulled out this parchment deed and showed it to me. And of course, I didn't want to act too interested, but he said, "I've had this for decades, and I thought you might be interested in it." And so I said, "Well, how much are you asking for it?" His name was Loudermilk. He said, "Well, would $50 be too much?" And of course, $50 in 1974 was, you know, some change. And so I found it, got together, and so he gave it to me, and I determined that it was a lease for a meadow for a year from a guy named Christopher Brough to a guy named William Webster in the county of York in England. And what was so neat about it is it had the original wax seals, and they aren't broken or crumbled. And then it also has the revenue stamps, just like the things we have in our own document register here in Clark County, Arkansas.
Exactly.
And it's really was an interesting thing. So I kept it in a drawer for a while, and then I thought, you know, to me it was very ancient because it's from 1784, in some year of the reign of King George III, whom we rebelled against. So at any rate, I finally put it in this frame with glass on both sides, so it would protect it from the air and moisture.
And tell us about the back of it.
Well, the back of it says the recording information, and it's just like we do here in counties in Arkansas. It says it's recorded in book, looks like 376, page 113, on the 19th day of November, 1784.
Well, that is a wonderful story. Thank you so much, and I'm so glad you brought this in. It's beautiful, and because you have framed it so well, it's preserved, and as you said, the seals look great and the stamps are still vibrant. You know, our country is not that old compared to England. And so England had so many of these,
Right,
because everybody had to have one, just like we have to have our abstracts.
right.
So they're not that uncommon, but yours is exceptionally beautiful and you have it so well framed. And you said you paid $50 for it in 1974?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I think if you get your inflation calculator out, you would find that's worth about $300 today, which is what I would value this at. So it has held its value, and I think to you it's invaluable because didn't you say you hang it in your office and It's a great conversation
I have it sitting,
piece?
yeah, I have it sitting in my office, and people always ask, "Well, what is that?" And of course, it's like a come on for a conversation.
Yes.
I explain to them, and everybody's always impressed, so it makes me look good.
Because just because we've seen one doesn't mean anybody else has.
Right.
That's why we're so glad you brought it to Arkansas Treasures and told us all about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.